Hello there and welcome. In this episode I'm going to be running down the 5 most common myths in the aquarium hobby. The first myth is that fish will grow to the size of the tank you put them into. This is, funnily enough, one of the most commonly held beliefs for newcomers to the hobby. However, it is completely untrue. This myth is usually held towards goldfish because goldfish have a hormone that they release into the water when they are in any aquarium. When this hormone gets to a certain level in the water, it actually stops them from growing. Now you may think that proves the theory that they grow to the size of the tank. However, even though they stop growing on the outside, their insides continue growing. This leads to a short lifespan because basically at some point they will crush their internal organs. Not a very nice end to your goldfish. The next myth is that you definitely need an airstone in your aquarium to oxygenate the water. Most people don't actually understand the fact that oxygen in the aquarium usually comes from the atmosphere. So it's a commonly held belief that if you don't have an airstone in your aquarium, there won't be enough oxygen for the fish to breathe. This is only really true when the temperature gets very hot and there's less oxygen in the water. Generally, however, there will be plenty of oxygen in the water so long as you have a filter and enough surface movement in your aquarium. Myth number 3. You need catfish to keep your aquarium clean. While catfish do a good job at picking up any uneaten food, or even eating a little bit of algae throughout the aquarium, most people think that catfish are the end-all of aquarium maintenance, and that's all they're going to need to keep their fish tank clean. This is completely wrong. 90% of the cleaning will be done by having a balanced aquarium and also the owner putting his hand in the tank to clean the glass and changing the water. Bottom feeders aren't usually something that will just scavenge and eat poo. Most people think that, however, they actually need feeding themselves. In fact, I don't believe there are any fish that really live completely off poo. Suckermouth catfish are a great addition to any aquarium to help keep a little bit of algae down. However, if your algae is particularly high, adding another fish to your aquarium isn't the answer. The best thing is to work out why you've got algae in the first place, which is usually because you've got too many fish and you're feeding too much, or your light's on for too long. Number 4. All fish like to be kept in pairs. Many the customers come into my shop and asked for 2 of everything, essentially. 2 tetras, 2 gouramis, 2 fighting fish. You get the point. That doesn't apply to everything. Many fish do like to be kept in pairs. However, most of the bread and butter fish that are going to go into a community tank, such as tetras, barbs, Corydoras catfish, are actually shoaling fish and would prefer to be kept in larger groups, such as 6 upwards. If you only get 2 neon tetras, they're going to have a hard time. And the last myth, myth number 5, and probably the most well-known myth, and that is fish have a short memory. Lots of people believe that fish are pretty dumb and don't remember anything after 2 or 3 seconds. However, people who keep fish will know that they come to the glass every time they see the owner. This is usually due to wanting food. However, if they're so dumb, how would they know to do this response? This myth has actually been disproven, and it is now known that fish do have a good memory. Although they're not geniuses, they can certainly remember patterns in behaviour and timings of feedings. I've even noticed that they remember the difference between staff members and the general public due to the uniform colour, and react to them differently. So thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful, and happy fish keeping!